Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls. Mom's Pearls.
Hi, and welcome to Mom's Pearls, where we answer life's questions. My name is Leah, and I'm here with my friends Brenda and Shayla. We're all moms, and we're sisters in Christ.
Welcome everybody to our very first episode. I'm so excited. We are here to answer all those questions that you have and you might be afraid to ask. No question is too small, too big, too silly, too foolish.
Okay.
We are here because we want to know ourselves.
Hello.
So tune in with us every Tuesday. Send us your questions and we will find the answers for you.
Yes.
We're going to give you a unique perspective on how to live your best life. What's going on? I have to tell y'all about a neighbor of mine. She called me, and she was asking for some help, y'all. I feel so sorry for her. She's been married a couple of years. And
Okay.
She got the kids, and she got the hubby. So
And all the
now
raising.
she needs some help.
Okay.
I want y'all to listen to this
Okay.
and see what we can do for
Let's
her.
listen to it. Let's do it.
Hey Shayla, give me a call back when you get a chance, please. The boys are running me ragged. You know how 3-year-olds can be. I'm just really having a hard time keeping up with them and then balancing that whole newlywed married thing. You were there. I just can't keep up with all the demands of my life. I feel like I don't have any time for myself. Somebody's always calling my name, something I always have to do. And if you could just give me some call, you've got kids and you seem to always be balancing things so well. I just love to kind of bounce some ideas off of you. So please give me a call when you get a chance. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
What you think?
I think it was a lot. I think, but it
definitely
sounds so
stressed.
familiar. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
definitely
sounds so
stressed out.
familiar.
Yeah,
Like
it
she's
is.
got a lot going on, husband, kids. There's always something to do. There's no downtime.
Yeah.
So I totally relate to the area. I understand where she's coming from completely. So how do you do it? Where do you even start? How do you make the change so where you can prioritize your life and you can have some me time and you can have the balance? How do you, where does it come from, ladies? Let's talk about it.
For me, what I do every day is I get up in the morning and my first thing is to pray.
Okay.
First of all, I'm just thanking God, y'all.
Hello.
Everybody He woke me up today.
Yay!
Thank the Lord. And I take it from there. Whatever my prayer is on my heart that day. I command the day, that it's going to be a great day.
That's
Hey, it might be
right.
that day
You
I
have to
win that
speak it. You
lotto.
have to speak
But
it.
I put it out there, y'all. And that's how you got to start your day. For me, I've learned doing that now in my life just makes my day so much better.
Okay, I like it.
Well, see, mine, I'm going to get up, I'm going to pray, but I got to give me some music.
Okay.
And see, my music gets me going, and I'm going to take it from the bathroom to the bedroom. If I happen to wake up my significant other, which I don't have one, he going to get woke too, but no.
Soon come.
And he's
Soon
coming.
come, y'all.
But I'm taking it to the kitchen to start the breakfast, but I have to get, it's just a smooth sailing thing going on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
The music, and I love it.
And I like it. I like both of them, prayer and music, because what it sounds like to me is we're talking about a mindset.
Okay.
It gets you focused on the day, on the goals ahead, on what you really want to do. So what we're kind of talking about is just changing our mindset. And when you pray, when you listen to music about God and who He is and what He's done, you kind of take the focus off of the stress and the environment and more on God, and I can do this, and you can actually focus, you know. And I love that. And I kind of go with that along with an attitude of gratitude, giving thanks. And it's just like when you're praying and when you're listening to music, it goes right in with it. God, I thank you for today. I thank you for waking me up. I thank you for allowing me to be here. I am in control today. Like you said, you commanded. Today is going to be a great day. It's not going to be overwhelming. I'm not going to let this stress me out, I think it's so important to have that attitude of gratitude. And just be grateful to get your day started, to put you in the right mindset so that you are clear about what you have to do, about your direction. What else can we do? These are great.
Well, you got to visualize it coming to life.
Okay.
Now, see, I can stay in that bathroom all morning, but it ain't going to get done until I get in the kitchen and start doing the breakfast.
What?
You have to know.
Believe it, you can see it, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Believe it.
You have to visualize what you want to come to life that day. And just put it in perspective and let's do this thing.
I love
That's
it.
it.
I love it.
And also, we have a lot on our plates every day.
Girl, you
ladies.
better say it.
Whether, all our kids now are grown, so
Well.
grandkids, whenever they come around, y'all. But also, if you don't get it all done, guys, it's okay.
That's
I know you guys out there listening, y'all have a lot on your plate, probably more than I have.
Hello.
But even though it's just me and the hubby right now, I still don't get everything done.
Right.
But it's okay if you don't stress over it. Oh my God.
Pull your hair
Hey,
out.
it's
It's
okay
okay.
because tomorrow is another day.
Right.
And we all have to remember that. We're not always going to get everything done that we
That's
have
real.
planned
That's
because you
real.
don't know what God has planned for you that day. Because you might be walking and all of a sudden you think you're going to go left, but then he'd be like, nope, you got to go right now. Because things change.
I love it. I love it because I feel like practicing positive affirmations, which is something I love to do, I feel like it goes right in there with it. Like when you forgive and you realize it's okay, there's another day,
That's true.
you can be positive about it. You can start, like we've talked about, sticky notes. You can put sticky notes up and you can remind
that's
yourself, today is going to be a great day. It's awesome because I can do this. God has created me to do this. When we're in that right mindset, there are so many things that we can do to get in that place.
With God,
We
all
talked
things are
about, that's
possible.
right. We
You know,
talked
he
about
makes it
prayer,
possible.
music, attitude of gratitude, visualizing, seeing what we really want done for our life, for our day,
Yes.
practicing positive affirmations, and forgiving yourself. I think these are huge keys in how we get our mindset ready for the day. Okay, ladies. So how do we decide what to do first? So we're in that place. We're focused. We're zoned in. We're like, let's get to this finish line. Let's make today great. Let's happen. So then where do we go?
Well, mine would be what needs to be done first.
Okay.
So on the Monday, it's going to be something different. Tuesday, so what needs to be done first?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But no, you really have to visualize what you want done.
Okay.
And the thing that you know that needs to be done first, let me see. Like she said, going to the laundromat one time, right? You had to do that first thing in the morning.
Okay.
You would have to right then, but you couldn't wait till 5 o'clock to do it. You had to do it at 9 o'clock, so that had to be done right then, right?
That's right.
That's what we got to do. You got to
That's right.
prioritize and
Right.
put it out there, but don't get mad if you don't get everything done that
That's
day.
right.
I mean, because
Can't beat yourself up.
hello, you might go to the laundromat and the machine's broke. You got to go and find another laundromat. I'm
That's
just
right.
saying. I'm
Hey.
just saying.
Or
But
it's full.
anything is full.
Yep.
Anything can happen.
That's right.
So, but yeah, just don't beat up on yourself. Don't beat up on yourself.
And I think looking at what you want to get done for the day, assessing what's most important, what's least important, what could possibly wait for tomorrow, what could wait till your husband gets home. Like, let's tag team this. I know if my children are coming through the door starving, I don't want to listen to I'm hungry, whining and crying for the next 30 minutes.
Right.
So maybe dinner is something that needs to be done by a certain time, just to kind of eliminate those things. So I think it's really important that we decide what we want to get done and we put a value with it.
That's real.
And it's true, and it's okay.
right.
Like you said, it's okay if you don't get it done. Guys, we're all so like, oh, I gotta get done. I gotta do this, and if I don't do this, it's gone. Don't worry about it.
So true.
It's not if it's not urgent. Don't worry about it because things happen. She has those 3-year-olds.
There you go.
Something can happen with one of
All
the
the
3-year-olds.
time.
Everything is ceased. That whole plan goes kaput.
It does.
I gotta go to the doctor
It
now.
does.
So if it doesn't get done, it's okay. Tomorrow is another day.
There's, like you're saying, there's a difference between urgent and important.
Right.
You
Choosing
said-
the urgent
Come on.
and important.
Come on.
So everything else goes
They
to the
fall in
wayside.
both
Out the
Just
window.
like I said, you don't know which way your day really is going to go. God plans this day way before you ever got to
Come
this
on,
day,
come
y'all.
on,
So
come on.
remember that we don't know how our day is going to go. Most of the times it does go the way we plan.
Right.
Then sometimes it doesn't. Hey, you get a flat tire. Okay, now I can't
That's
get to the
urgent.
laundromat
That's
to do the laundry
Right.
if you don't have a washer and dryer at home because I got a flat tire.
Hello.
So then you're out there with 2 3-year-olds waiting on AAA or waiting for your husband or brother or
Ran
somebody
out
to come
of
and
snacks.
change
I
the
got a
tire.
potty.
Because, like us, most of us women, we can't change no tire. She's done thousands of times.
Yes,
but I
we
can't do
can.
that.
I did it. Me too.
She's done, and I'm not trying to do it. But hey, that's why I
said
thank for
Triple
AAA.
That's all right.
You just don't know which way. You know what you think?
You just gotta go with it for real.
You just
And
gotta
don't
go with the flow.
Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself
No,
up because
you
it
can't.
ain't written in stone that it has to be done. But like the urgency of certain things, just urgent.
Hey,
That's an emergency.
Listen,
You get what I'm saying?
God
That's right.
didn't make earth in
In
one
one
day.
day.
He spread it out over a week.
Come on.
Okay? Everything didn't happen in one day. So we got time, y'all.
It ain't gonna take you a week to do that laundry though. You gotta get your laundry, man. I'm just playing.
Well, she can, and you know what she can do too? The kids take a nap, do the laundry then.
If you gotta wash on the dry.
Right, if you have it at home. And another thing is, if you gotta try to get it done before their nap time, children love to help you do laundry. They love to
when they're
put the
small.
clothes in the dryer,
That's just
take it
mine on
out
top
to
of the
dry.
washer.
That's just something they love to do. They love to help like that. So make it a fun time in the game. You know, guys, do it with the kids.
That's true.
Have them, you know, and they'll think they're doing something. It might take you a little longer, but
Uh-oh.
listen, you're getting two things done. Hey, kill two birds with one stone. You're occupying the kids and you're getting your chores done.
I love it. I love it. So we are going to get ready to introduce our guest speaker that we are having ladies. Our very first episode. This is so exciting.
Yes.
So our guest speaker today is an awesome man. I'm super excited about him coming up. He has just so much insight. He's a very busy person. He's a youth pastor. He's a pastor. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a full-time employed recruiter. He's written books. I mean, he's a John Maxwell speaker. He's done it all. So I am super excited to bring him up here with you guys. We're going to find out more about his books that he's written and just about how he organizes, because I mean, this man is busy and we all can take some points. So how do you get it done today? What does your day look like? Where do we have some room for growth?
Right.
Okay?
That's
So
good.
everybody put
Right.
your hands together for our speaker. Woo! So welcome our guest, Justin. Welcome to our first show. Thank you for joining us. We're super excited. And for all of our viewers, we have an amazing treat because our first guest has brought with him 2 books. That means great. Yes. So let's talk about it. We're talking about prioritizing your life. We're talking about getting focused. It's 2019. We really want to start things off, new mindset. We want to change how we did 2018, make 2019 better. So talk to us about your book. Talk to us about how we can make it happen.
Definitely. So let me first off start just by saying amazing, right? What you all are doing here is
Thank
just
you.
so
Thank
awesome.
you.
And I'm
Thank
super
you.
excited about
Journey.
being here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes.
You could have picked anybody else, but you picked the best.
That's what we talking about. Yes.
I'm super glad
now. That's real.
to
That's
have
real.
had enough time
We
to
need
be
no
able to
bias
get here.
for our guests. We want more guests for this year, okay?
I mean,
But we
by
love
that.
you.
Listen, I wrote a book. It's called Simple Plans, and they've got some copies of it here. The reason why I wrote that book, though, was because I know that a lot of people are busy, and that
Extremely.
planning can be very complicated.
Yes.
And so there's lists out there, and there's calendars, and
Yeah.
we're modern, right?
Apps.
So we've got apps,
Yes.
exactly.
Right.
And there's so
On the
many
app
different
lady.
ways to do it. And so my book less is about what's the best way, and more about the thought process that goes into it.
Oh, wow.
Because
Okay.
I think that before you actually do anything, you got to think through what you want to do.
That's
Okay.
true.
So your caller, if I remember correctly, it was like 3 kids or 2 kids and laundry for days
Small
and
kids.
running
Yes,
around,
man.
right? And so, like, how do you balance all that?
Right.
And so, if I was talking to her, I would say, "What does your perfect day look like?" Because if you don't know what your perfect day looks like, if you don't have a vision of your end state, then how will
question.
you ever know what to accomplish?
Okay.
Now that's good.
Right. And so
Okay.
one of the
You got me
things
scratching my
one of the things you all mentioned was, what's the first thing I do?
That's right.
Right.
And
First
so
thing.
what I heard was, what's your priority?
Okay.
And so one of the things I tell my wife all the time is there will always be something else.
Wow.
Always
That's
something
what I was
else.
saying. Something always comes up.
Right. But when you know what you really want to accomplish,
Right.
that lets you say, and y'all might not like this word, but I'm going to introduce it early, no to the things that you don't really need to do.
That's not
But
in my
no's not
vocabulary.
nice.
It came to my
No
kids
goes
and
with
stuff,
not nice.
Lord.
Right.
Oh.
That's how you'll be.
Well,
You
and I
say
get
no.
that.
I'm
And I get
learning
that.
Not
to learn how to use
necessarily
this word.
Right.
No.
Very much so.
I am.
Very much. Not necessarily true at all. Because you say it to your kids. Right? They say, Mommy, can I get this?
I say, yep.
Now I say that to the grand. I say that to the grand.
Right.
My kids, when they
And
was
then we're
little, I
supposed
just
to
tell
tell
them
them no,
Right.
that's fair.
I'm guilty.
Thank you.
I'm guilty. The grandchildren always gotta
Grandkids
get
get
grandkids
yeses all the
too.
time.
I'm wrong.
Understandable. But kids generally get told no. No, you can't stay up later. No, you can't eat this. No, you can't, wear these clothes, right?
Well,
And so if
yeah,
we can
yeah.
say no to that,
Yeah.
then we said, right, exactly. But you said it right there, for safety purposes.
Right.
And for safety means you see something
I had a
that they don't. And so when I begin to talk about what I want to plan in life, and more importantly, what I want to prioritize, I have to be willing to say no to the things I see are going to take away my time and energy so that I can say yes to what I really want to accomplish.
Oh boy, y'all heard
Hey,
that?
you
Y'all hear that?
guys,
Can
we
we
need
get
to
a
think
repeat
about
on
this.
that?
Did y'all-
That's amazing.
Listen
This
to
is
that
what
every
we
day.
need.
Let it go
Yes.
in.
Come
every
on,
day.
Exactly,
come on.
exactly.
Y'all let
Come
this
on.
marinate now.
Yeah.
Now, the most important thing I think when it comes to this is, and you all already said that, because you said you want to visualize what you want, right?
Right.
You want to command your situation.
Yes. Yes.
You want to every day talk about it, what it is that you're looking for.
Yes.
Well, that's just stating my vision over again. And so then when I share that with other people, now I have somebody holding me accountable.
True.
Okay.
And so
True.
that's
That
really
accountability
important.
is something.
Okay.
Now, I think one of y'all mentioned that she was married, right? The caller
Right,
is married
yes,
and she
yes,
has a
yes,
husband.
yes.
And so if her and her husband are on the same page, now they know what effort they need to put. So when her husband comes home, it's not like, babe, here's the kids. I've been with them all day. It can be like, hey, so we had talked about that this week we needed to do the
Right.
laundry on Wednesday. And
Okay.
so consequently, since we talked about doing laundry on Wednesday, then when he comes home, he knows.
And that
We gotta do
you,
mine.
you're so right about that.
Right.
Because my husband and I had did that in the past.
Okay.
And I noticed things worked out so much better, guys, when you talk about it ahead of time. As to springing in, he comes home after working a midnight shift, and I'll be like, okay, well, we're gonna go do laundry when you wake up, and he's not in the mindset for that.
Right.
You know, he hasn't prepared himself that. Like you say, he didn't see himself doing that.
Exactly.
And he could have been like, well, I just did these 2 doubles. I want to sleep.
Right.
You know, so. What you're saying really does work, and I was doing it without even realizing I was doing it.
Come on, come on. But then, what about the single person now? What about,
Oh, that's true.
I'm
That's
talking about
true.
me, y'all. What about the single person that's got to get in there and get it done? I don't have a significant other, so what do I do?
Right. So so the single person who doesn't have a significant other still has family, still has friends,
Okay.
right? And if you're like a single mom or something, maybe you have kids. I think one of you mentioned earlier that you can still have your kid help you with like the laundry and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's real.
But
That's
I think
right. That's
I
right.
think for the single person, it's even more important that you prioritize what it is that you want to do.
That's true.
Because
That's right.
there will be so many things, and I call them time thieves, that are trying to steal your time.
Come on,
Yes.
y'all know
Take
he's
you
talking
off
the truth.
tap, off focus on what
He's
you're trying
telling
to
the
do.
truth.
Exactly. And so
That's
what I
true.
have to
That's
learn
true,
how
y'all.
to do,
We call them friends.
yes, but friends have
Siblings.
their time. Siblings have their time.
Yes.
So I always encourage my wife, I say, hey, call your mom on XYZ day. And if you call your mom, so let's call it Thursday, right? Thursdays at 1 o'clock, that's you and your mom's time. If you and your mom talk every Thursday at 1 o'clock, she won't call you Tuesday at 2 o'clock when you're in the
When
middle
you're
of
busy.
trying to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
Right. So if I
She'll-
know when mom's
she'll
going
be
to call
free.
me, then I know on Tuesdays at 2 I can wash
That's right.
dishes, right? And
Yeah.
Wednesdays at 1 I can clean laundry.
Come on.
Because Thursdays at 1
I'ma be
is
on the
me
phone
and
with Mom.
mom's
Come
time.
on,
Exactly.
That's sweet.
So unless there's some kind of emergency, and we know emergencies happen,
Yes.
I'm able to accomplish what it is that I want to accomplish. And so I'm limited on time, I'm limited on money, I'm limited on resources. All those things I'm limited on. So I really got to make sure I take advantage of it. I'm limited to one life.
That's right.
I have a
Hey,
question.
Okay.
Now,
Most of it.
we know you wrote the book, but what made you write the book? Where did you get the time to write the book, y'all?
Not one, but two. Where you get time?
We
I wrote
are
two.
on it.
You wrote
Where
two.
did you
Right.
get these?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
what-
This time.
I'm
from?
glad you did, because I'm getting it.
Definitely. So I was out recruiting, and I kept running into people who would tell me, "Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." And I would say, oh, "Okay, well, how are you going to do this, or how are you going to do that?" And they would say, "I don't know." Or they would say, "I'm going to college," and I'd be like, "Well, how are you going to go to college?" And it was like, My mama's gonna pay for it.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a scholarship. I'm gonna get a loan. And I was just
Whatever happens to
like,
get
that's
there.
the worst idea in the world. And what I realized, if I was running into a small group of them, but they all kept saying the same thing, then there was probably a large group of them who were all at least thinking the same thing. But I wouldn't get a chance to talk to them one-on-one. So I wrote a book.
Okay.
And
That's awesome,
the
y'all.
reason I was able to find time to write it is because I prioritized it. And so one of the things so when you prioritize something, you actually are saying no to something else. And so by me saying yes to this book, I had to say no to something else. For me, that was sports. I gave up sports for an entire year so far, counting when I have yet to watch a sports basketball game, football game, anything.
Quit
That
playing.
takes real
That's
commitment,
dedication,
guys.
man.
What do you guys think about that? And that goes to what I noticed in here in one of your chapters. You had daily growth.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
like
That's
what
a
you
lot
were
of
saying,
growth.
that's a tremendous.
Right. And what I
Tremendous.
realized was that's what sports players do anyways.
Wow.
Right? They give up all the external partying, drinking,
Right, yep.
you know, staying up late, right? So
Right.
that they can be the
Real-
very best
very best.
at what they want to do.
Right.
Well, if I wanted to be the very best at what I wanted to do, and I already don't drink and go out and do all that stuff, well, what was taking up my time?
But the difference with you and them is they get paid the big bucks to do
They
that.
do. They
This
do.
is something that you wanted to do for within yourself.
Right, but
And
I hope
that-
to get paid big bucks.
Oh, later on. Right. But you made that
Right.
sacrifice to apply yourself to it. And I commend you for that. That is a
Thank
wonderful
you. I
thing.
appreciate that
That is
very
really
much.
good.
Very
It
much.
takes a lot, you know. Things like that, and I'm sure all you viewers out here have, I want to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this.
Right.
But sticking to doing
Right.
it.
Right.
It's
Right.
And as you stick to it, there goes the growth. How you do it more and more.
You know, see,
Right.
I keep doing this here. I keep pushing my chin up because I'm like, he's a father, a husband, a youth minister. He's a minister at the Fellowship of Jesus Christ Church. He's an army.
Yes.
Oh, good Lord. But I'm just saying he does so much. And that's me, yeah. He's making me tired. I'm just saying. He does a lot. And I know I don't do nothing like that. That's when my mouth keep falling. Every time he says something, my mouth falls. So y'all excuse me. I'm keep pushing it up.
Right.
Yes.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
I don't know how you do it, though.
We make lists. Mr. Justin, tell us about how would you go about listing? How do you list and prioritize
Right.
it? And what's one of the best ways? Because I know the way that works for me.
Okay. Well, how does it work for you?
Well, for me, like you said, app. I'm an app girl.
Okay.
So I have this app, and viewers, I'm gonna tell you about this app. Get a pencil and a pen because it's wonderful.
Yes.
It keeps me.
Same.
Thank you.
There it is.
My niece told me about one of the best things she ever did for me. It's called Wunderlist. It's WUNDER list. And you can get it on Android, you can get it on Apple. All those. Yeah, I'm Apple Ada. So anyway, what it is a long list. And you put down every store, and I go to every store. I got like 15 stores on there. Because I buy this from there, I buy that from Walmart, then I go to Kroger's, then I go to Publix.
Okay.
And as I'm in the house, you know, you're running out of stuff. And if I say, well, I'm going to put that on a list, there's never going to be a list to put it on. I'm not going to remember. So as I'm doing everything, pick up my phone. Oh, I need garlic. Bing, where do I like to get my garlic? Oh, Farmer's Market. They have nice big garlic there. Boom, go to Farmer's Market, garlic. So I do that. And when I go in the stores, I get in there, I don't remember what I want. Or I forget to buy the real thing I went there for. So I just go to my phone, boom, go to my Wunderlist, the store, and voila, it tells me everything I need to get. And since I've been doing it, I haven't forgotten. I get what I need and what I want. And it's amazing. And then, for the missus, she can have it, you can have it. She said, you the store. She'll take a picture and give it to you. Hey, babe, I did this. Yeah. My husband refused to put it on his phone.
Right, I was about to
I'm just saying.
say, I'm about to do this. That will not, babe. I love you. It's not going to happen. Not gonna happen.
We'll see a man thing,
See,
y'all.
my thing is, I can write it down. I'm going to leave it. If I put it in my phone, I'm going to forget which app it was. I'll have to call somebody to ask them where. I've done it too many times. So my thing,
me, boy, I got you.
and then I go to the store and spend $150 over what I went in there to spend and forget.
You need the Wunderlist.
I gotta keep Jesus. He's working on me. That's what he's doing. He's working on me. I'm in training.
So what works for you, Leah?
I can do it either or. I can do pencil and paper, and I can do phone. Either one is pretty much gonna help some days and not help other days. Like I can write my list down and then I leave it or forget it. I can have it on my phone, then my phone's off. I have went in the store with a list on my phone and never opened my phone. And I come out the store and I'm like, dang, I didn't get that. I needed that. I didn't get this. I needed that. So yeah, the list thing can kind of work and not kind of work. I have like a ton of them on my phone, and like in my phone, I do lists by what I need. So like I'll make a master list with all the things that I need to get done, and then I'll separate it by okay, this is the list for this week. This is the list for today. This is the list for like make sure this is done before the end of the month. So I have a ton of different lists to like. Make sure because there's always something going on.
Like
so.
right, like you said, this week for me is a crazy busy week.
Right.
Oh, family events, they all starting to come into town. They started from today. We had recordings. I mean, it was crazy, and everything I have to do this week is, open for change. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get those nails done. I got 2 events this week. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. No, I can't do it that day. Then I gotta change it this day. So you gotta leave your options open. But remember, it gets done. And what I find myself doing, because last week I had so much to prepare for everybody, I was like, I was getting it done. And thank you, God, because you gave me the strength to get this done. Well, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Well, I think that's what's happening. God giving him the strength because he make me tired. I'm serious. I mean, I keep saying he probably this woman keep looking me upside my head. But I'm looking at him and it's like, man. He's actually telling us, so y'all, we got to let this stuff marinate because we got to try it. I'm going to try it. Y'all try it too now, okay?
So I have a question. I have a question for our good guest here with all these wonderful answers. So when it comes to no, I get it for kids, we do it for their safety. Our friends and family, it's a little difficult. But are you saying that the just say no theory works everywhere, work included?
Yes, I am. Most definitely. And so let me hit 2 things.
Okay.
One, because I wanted to touch on y'all lists, right? So everybody makes lists, and I think that that's really important. Whatever works for you, whether it's hand, digital, app, that's fine, as long as it gets you where you need to be. And I think the best way for you to know where you need to be is to take some time for reflection. So at the end of every day, you kind of got to look at what you accomplished for that day and make sure that it's actually getting you where you need to be. So if on Wednesdays your list worked good, that was paper, but Thursdays your list works better because you're going to be out on your phone, well then you want to have that. But you will never know whether it was a Wednesday day that worked or a Thursday day that worked if you don't take time for reflection.
Wow.
So when I'm thinking about reflection, I'm also thinking about what were the things that took away my time and what I needed to say no to. And no helps when I'm in the day-to-day, or no helps when I'm at the work site. Okay, so let me give you the scenario, right? I'm at work and somebody comes up to me. I really want to get this task done, and here you come saying, hey, you do such a good job, because isn't that how it always starts? You do such a good job.
Yes.
Would you help me? I can say, yes, of course, but then I'm not going to get my work done.
Right.
And so what I always encourage people to say is, I really want to, and I'm super excited about helping you. I just can't do it right now. And so if you come back in about 2 hours, I'm actually going to have some free space where I can work with you. Now, if it's just grade A, number 1 priority for that person, then we'll go find somebody else to get it done. Now, you didn't say no,
be their sucker.
right? You didn't say no. You just gave them a reason to go and find somebody else. Now, if it's not that big a priority, well, then in a couple hours, they'll come back, and now you can fulfill your happy moment, right, by saying yes to them without being there. So you just want to take that into consideration, and that's why I think no works no matter where you might find yourself.
Well, I love it. I mean, I definitely think it's a work in progress, something that I know I have to work on. Just saying no. But I love it. And I mean, Justin, you have been so insightful. These books are amazing. Viewers, we are encouraging you guys to go out and get them. I mean, there is nothing like these books. We have talked about so much. I mean, we've talked about mindset. We've talked about organization. We've talked about lists. Justin has come and shared his books. And really quick before you go, shout out your information so the viewers know how to reach you. They know how to get access to these books. We want to get our hands on, introduce your new book. Go ahead. Just take a minute.
Definitely. I appreciate that. So my name is Justin Loyd. You can find me on Facebook. I have academy called the Simple Plans Leadership Academy.
Nice.
You can find my books on Amazon. The newest one I wrote is Custom Christians, How to See God's Footprints in Every Step You Take and Decision You Make,
that's
as well as my
That's
first one,
important.
Simple Plans,
Yes.
which is also on Amazon. And you can follow me on Instagram, Minister Justin 34.
I love it.
Y'all tired?
Thank you.
I'm telling you. The
They
man
are
is busy
educated. They are
with a big
educated.
smile.
They are motivated.
Yes.
They are ready to jump into 2019
Come on.
head first.
Yes.
Come on.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here every Tuesday. Remember,